So now that we are done with our authentication, let's concentrate on our dashboard page. Like a typical dashboard, we should provide some grid that will hold some section, for example, for add product or view product. So typically in the dashboard page, we will add a grid view, and each grid item will be a card widget or something like that. And each card item will consist of an icon and the name of that card item. For example, add product or view product or view order or manage user, etc. To make it simple, let me define our first model class, because I want to encapsulate the dashboard item, that means an icon with a title, with a data class or model class. So inside this models directory, let me create a new Dart file, and the name would be dashboard underscore model. So this will be a class dashboard model, and inside this dashboard model class, I am defining three properties like final, string, title, the title of the grid or the item, another property of type final icon data. So we need to provide the icon for that. And also I need to provide the route name as well, because whenever I click any of the grid item over here, I need to go to a specific route. So I will also provide the route name inside this dashboard models. So the route name would be string, so that will be route name. And now let me define a constructor by pressing Alt Insert. And also, since I have declared all the field as final value, then I can actually use the const keyword before the constructor. So whatever object we create from this class, that will be a constant object, and the values or the property names cannot be changed afterwards. So this is a simple dashboard model class, and inside this very dashboard model.dart file, outside of this class body, let me define a list that will hold some object or the item of type dashboard model. So let me define a constant, a list of type dashboard model, and I'm saying, and the name could be dashboard model list, and this is a list, and the item of this list will be of type dashboard model. So let me define a new dashboard model. For example, dashboard model, I need to provide a title, I need to provide the icon data, and I need to provide the route name as well. And to do that, I need to actually create few pages before I do that, because I need to provide the route names, and we know that we define the route names in the corresponding pages. So let me create at least 2 pages. So first of all, since we will deal with telescopes, so let me create a new page that will be an add telescope page. So add telescope page, and that will be a stateful widget. So add telescope page, and then a placeholder, and just return a scaffold from here. And as a body, I'm just taking a center and a child text, and just say add telescope. Okay, so now let me create another page. Let's go to the pages directory, Dart file, and maybe this one, the view telescope page. So view telescope page or telescope list page. So enter, that will be also a stateful widget. So view telescope page and import, and let me copy the whole scaffold from our add telescope page and paste it over here. and change the text to view telescopes. Okay, now let me provide the route names. For the add telescope page, the route name will be static const string and route name, and that will be simply add telescope. And I'm not using any / because this will be a nested or child route, because from dashboard page we will either go to add telescope page or view telescope page or other pages, and we'll have a back arrow at the corresponding pages so that we can get back to dashboard page by using that app bar back arrow. Okay, let me just copy this and go to the view telescope page and paste it over here, and this time the route name could be view telescope. And also we need to add these two routes to our router configuration object. So let's go to the main.dirt file and let's find our dashboard page over here, and inside the dashboard page go route object, let's provide another argument for routes, because this will be the child routes inside this dashboard page route. So now we have 4 route inside our routes parameter or routes list. So one for dashboard, one for the login. These are the root route objects directly inside the list, and we have 2 child routes inside this dashboard page go route object. Okay, now let's go to the dashboard model, and now let's provide the necessary information for the first dashboard model. I'm not quite sure. Okay, I think I made a mistake while importing the appropriate package. It has imported Cupertino.dirt where it should be material.dirt, right? So material.dirt, and so you see that the problem is gone. So this is an error, and we should not import provider. I don't know how this has been imported in this dashboard underscore model.dirt file. Okay, let me remove that. So now that we have one dashboard model over here, let me just duplicate this line and change the title from add telescope to view telescope, and this should be maybe we can use the icon inventory. I don't think it is appropriate related to telescope, but I'm just using some random icons over here. And now the route name will be view telescope page.route name. Okay, so inside this dashboard model list, I have defined 2 dashboard model, and we have to define other dashboard model as well, and we'll do that when we create the rest of the pages for our admin app. Now let's go to our dashboard page, and in our dashboard page we just have a center as a body of the scaffold, and now it's time to change this. So remove this center and use grid view. So grid view dot builder, and now we need to provide a grid delegate, and the grid delegate will be constant sliver grid delegate with fixed cross axis count. And now we need to provide the cross axis, number of cross axis, and we actually want to show 2 grids side by side, so this will be simply 2, and the child aspect ratio will be 1, and that is default. And then we need to provide other arguments for builder constructor. That means the item count, and item counts will be simply the dashboard model list dot length. And now I need to provide the item builder, and that will be something like this one. So first of all, let me extract the dashboard model from this list using that index. So final model, that will be dashboard model list, and provide the index number over here. And now from here we need to return a widget, and we need to return a card, and inside that card widget maybe there will be a center widget, and inside the center there could be a column where we will show the icon and the title vertically. And for that I want to create a separate widget for that. So let's go to the custom widgets directory, inside which we will take another dart file, and let me rename it, the custom widget, new dart file, and let me name as dashboard underscore item underscore view. So this will be a simple stateless widget, and for each dashboard item view I need to provide the dashboard model and a function to handle the tap or click, because admin will tap each item and then we will take our admin to the corresponding page. So inside this dashboard item view class, let me define a dashboard model. Okay, now let me add these two arguments as required field inside the constructor, this dot model and required this dot on press. Let me press Ctrl Alt L. Okay, now we need to return something from this build function. First of all, I need to return inkwell, because the whole dashboard view item will be tappable or clickable. So I'm taking inkwell. So on tap, I will simply not on double tap, that will be on tap, and from here we'll simply call the on pressed function and pass the model dot route name. So we'll pass the route name to the caller. That means over here we will actually write the routing code, that means context.go named or etc. from here. So we'll not handle the routing inside this dashboard item view, because each dashboard item view will hold different route name, and from here we will go to different locations or different route or pages. So I'm not going to define it here. Okay, so now we have the inkwell. So as a child of this inkwell, let me have a card widget. Okay, so now our dashboard item view is ready to roll, and now we will use or return this dashboard item view for each of the grid view item. So from item builder over here, just return the dashboard item view. So dashboard item view, we need to pass a model, and that model will be this one, and on press we have a function, we have a value, or that means the route name, and from here we'll go to the corresponding page just like this. So context.go named, and the route name will be simply value, or give the specific name like route, and okay, route. Let me put a trailing comma and let me align the code. Okay, now if I restart the application, we'll be able to see two dashboard item view, two card widgets, and like this one. Okay, so now if I go, or maybe I can click this add telescope grid. If I click that, now I'm at the add telescope page, and in our add telescope page we didn't provide any app bar, so we cannot have the back button over here. But if we use the device back button just like this, we go back to the dashboard page, and this is the view telescope page.